Today, the moon continues in Aquarius, the sign of shakeup, freedom, breakthrough, when things get a little bit unstable feeling, but also in that feeling of instability, we get the opportunity to access new possibilities. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Wednesday, May 29th. So today, most of the day, the moon continues in Aquarius, then it will go into Pisces. Oh, let's see. It's going to be around 5 p.m. my time, which is US Pacific time. So more like 5:30, somewhere around there. At any rate, so most of the day, the moon being in Aquarius means that we are breaking out of where we've been, right? So we talked yesterday about how the Aquarian energy can bring in insights, epiphanies, new perspectives, new ways of seeing things, especially when we clear our minds. So clearing out the clutter of old thinking by spacing out, right? Ways of having a quiet mind that create that space to invite in the new possibilities. So when we ask the questions and ask for what we want to know, what we want to attract in terms of information and answers and ways of thinking about things, when we want to do that, it's important to ask, right? To be clear about what we want these new insights and ideas to be helping us with. So starting from that place of intention, but also recognizing that with the energy of the Aquarius moon, things can sometimes feel a little unstable or chaotic or not where you know how things work, right? Unpredictable. So changey, shifty, where things do not go the way they used to go, or the way you expect them to go, or the way you think they will go. So think about it in terms of like the energy of Capricorn, right? Is the energy of knowing our limitations, working with the rules and the structures and the systems we've been given, like operating within the system, right? That's very Capricorn. So we want to know the rules when we're dealing with Capricorn energy because we want to know how to make the most of what we can do within those limitations. But then when the moon or anything goes from Capricorn to Aquarius, what happens is the bets are off, right? The rules change, or we get to question the rules, or we get to break free of the rules. So just like when you are getting freed from prison or some metaphorical prison, right? The experience of limitation, when you go from limitation to freedom, you no longer know how things work, right? You don't have that comfort of that this is the way it always is every day because I only have one possibility of the way to think about my day or how I do things or the way things are supposed to happen. So with the energy of the moon going into Aquarius, we are opening to that feeling of freedom. It's like on the one hand, we get that breath of fresh air. How do I, how can I be myself and move from that place of what it feels like to be myself, stepping into authenticity, stepping into our quirkiness, our weirdness, where we're different, and also recognizing that when we do that, when we step into that feeling of freedom, we're also letting go of knowing where the guardrails are, knowing where the limitations are, knowing how things work, knowing what to expect. So can have that feeling of instability, stepping out of the comfort zone, right? The proverbial comfort zone, in order to access new possibilities. But within that field of new possibilities, we all also have to recognize that we're letting go of some constraints, but we're also letting go of some ways where we know how things work. So stepping into that experience of the bigger field where we don't know how everything works can help us to access the clarity of what we want moving forward into the future. So again, intention, always so super powerful. To have the intention when you go into that place of infinite possibility helps you navigate your way through, helps you get the answers to the things you would like support with, clarity with, knowing what it is you want to call in from that place of infinite possibility will help you get the most out of it. So that's why we work with intention. The moon is waning. We are heading into once the moon goes into Pisces, that last quarter moon. So the waning square between the moon and the sun will bring a challenge in terms of how we are integrating the energy of the full moon, last week's full moon in Sagittarius. So integrating, implementing, thinking about who we are, what things mean for us and our lives, but also in that place of the bigger picture of meaning, connecting with the vision for the future that we want to access from this place of Aquarian, outside the box thinking, epiphanies and insights that can help us step into what it is we're creating, and letting go of what we think that should look like and opening to what is really there for us. So opening, clearing our minds for that moment of insight. All right, thanks so much for being here. I'm Marina Orms, and you can learn more about me at astrologyheals.com. Thanks for being here and for subscribing. And I'll be here as I am every day with more astrology for unshakable self-care. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.